Well, once again, we are spending our morning in Jonesborough telling you all about the Garden Gala and letting you experience a little bit of it for yourself. We are here with Nancy Kavanaugh now at her home. She is one of the homes on the tour. What's that like, having your home be part of this great tour?
Exhausting.
You've been doing a lot of preparing, I bet.
Yes, and I've had a lot of help as well. You know, each year I say, oh, I'm not going to add anything or do anything more. And of course, the catalogs come and then somebody says, I have some extras of this. And the next thing you know, I'm digging and weeding.
And you love it, don't you?
I do.
And we want to talk a little bit about your Japanese maple over here, because mine looks just like yours. It's had a really tough May.
Yeah. Well, those two frosts really did them in. I have one in the back. And so I decided, well, I just didn't have time to go look and think about a new maple. So I read about Yoko Ono's wish tree at the Smithsonian, and people are invited to fill out a card and hang it on the tree. And this year, because of COVID, they're also doing it digitally. So there's a digital friendship tree, and I thought, well, why not in Jonesborough? So I bought tag and string, and people who come to the garden will be able to hang their wishes or what they're grateful for, and so the tree has a life.
I think that is a wonderful idea, and I have to say, your garden is beautiful, and it's really all the way around your house.
Yes.
We're going to kind of walk and give people a tour, but you were telling me you had this rock wall built.
Yes, because otherwise everything slid down to the bottom all the time. And you can see the variety of plants, and while the iris won't be blooming, there'll be other plants, daisies, and then the lilies will start. And
love this. This is beautiful.
And then there's more iris through here, and then we'll have coneflower, and there's pretty much something for every season in my garden.
I was going to say, timing is really important, isn't it?
This little guy was here, and all of a sudden he decided he wanted a flower garden too. So he's got his own flower garden. I said, you can have it, but you got to take care of it.
Yes, you're not taking care of that one.
I'm not in charge of that one.
You're busy. Are you excited? Are you looking forward to it?
I do. I always, I say, I'm never going to do this again. I've had enough. And then, along comes the garden, and there are always surprises, things that come up that I don't know. And there are also a lot of things in my garden that have been given to me. And so for me, it's a friendship garden, and it's a garden of love that people have said, won't you like some of this? The plant right there, it's called a lady slipper, and
oh, that's beautiful.
It's a wildflower, but her mother brought it to me. My daughter-in-law's mother brought it to me from Minnesota, where it's not an endangered species. So, that has a little story to it also. So many things.
And then you were telling me too, your puppies have quite a story. They used to be in the front yard, but then Nancy, what happened?
Well, for some reason, they decided that they wanted to go on an adventure, and one day I looked out, and here was everything that had been in the front. They have now relocated to this part of the garden. So I think as a gardener, you can't force things on plants. They have their own lives, and I've learned to accept that where they decide they want to be, that's where they'll be.
And then, Nancy, we can see your garden really extends all the way back.
It does. It's a long, narrow garden and a hill. I have a small, narrow house that works, and a long garden.
A long garden. And one thing I know about gardeners is it seems like they always like to share, whether that be their plants, their flowers, or their information.
Absolutely. I'm happy to share my garden with our community and with all the visitors who come. And there are people who will walk on the street, and my mother always said I never met a stranger. And if somebody's out there walking and stops and looks, don't you want to come in and look at the garden? So it's a gift to the community. It really matters to me to be part of the Jonesborough town.
kind of it's just very calming. There's
Yes.
something special
Yeah.
about a garden. Well, Nancy, thank you so much for sharing it with us
Well,
today.
thanks for coming over.
And you too can visit Nancy's Garden. It's part of the 25th annual Garden Gala, and it is happening in downtown Jonesborough, really throughout the town. As we mentioned, tickets are on sale now. You can get them through the Visitors Center. You can also get them the day of by stopping by.